Earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard, and now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down. Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
Susan Ashworth, a character from The Cat Lady, suffers from severe depression in that she denies that there is any sort of value to anything, not even her own life. This is where her nihilism stems from. But I'd like to make something clear before we start discussing how to write a nihilistic character. It's that although depression and nihilism are connected, neither are a direct causation of each other. I'm going to touch on depression because it is related to Susan's nihilism and it's specific to her character.
That's very much like you, Susan. You won't even try. You have given up on everything lately, haven't you?
Why shouldn't I? Is there a great reward for trying? I didn't think so.
A nihilist does not believe in anything. Not religion, not any sort of ethics. Essentially, a nihilist believes that life does not have purpose. Susan Ashworth's nihilism, as stated before, stems from her depression. When you write your nihilist, you have to understand that nihilism plays a role in how they approach certain situations. For example, when faced with a life-and-death situation, the nihilist simply will not care about whether or not they live or die. This mindset is often what puts them in these situations because they lack any fear of danger in the first place. Susan's depression has led to her carelessness, a trait of nihilism.
I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy. Everywhere I turn, there are people filled with hope and will to live. Or people so pitiful, they make me ashamed to be alive. I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am alone.
Now, the trouble with the nihilistic character is that if a character is a true nihilist, then they will be completely unrealistic. If your character is a true nihilist and that they actually have no faith or care about anything, then there is a huge risk of them being one-dimensional as a result. There are two types of nihilism, moral and true. Moral nihilists like Susan Ashworth still have a basic code of ethics that they exercise.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
I take orders from nobody. I'll do it my way.
Don't you understand? There is no other way.
Well, I don't know that. Besides, you could be lying to me. How do I know you aren't? I'm no murderer. I don't want to be. I'll find another way without you.
However, true nihilists reject all societal norms like a code of ethics. And so can be selfish as a result. In real life, there may be some nihilists who claim themselves to be true nihilists, but the human condition is so that we instinctively are drawn to believing in something or caring about survival.
police emergency line. How can I help you?
My name is Susan Ashworth. I've been kidnapped. These people are crazy! They're going to eat me alive. I don't know what to do. Please, you've got to help me. Please.
Susan Ashworth is revealed to be a moral nihilist throughout the story, as she is a strong offender of injustice and helps others in the supernatural ways she can. If you want your nihilist character to be strangely liked by your readers, let their humanity shine in small instances throughout your story. The greatest thing about nihilism that makes it so difficult to write about is that nihilism can stem from the exact opposite state of mind: faith. People who have strong faith in something have the ability to far so far on the other side of the spectrum of belief, and it's usually those kinds of people who once had everything going for them that once nothing does, they will develop an existential crisis and question if life has any meaning, that they will reach a state of nihilism in which they decide life does not. Susan was married with a loving husband whom she had a newborn daughter with, but everything good in her life was declining. Her and her husband grew distant as he suspected her on cheating because of some stalker sending her chrysanthemums that later tries to murder her. Then her baby died from those chrysanthemums the baby was somehow allergic to. Just a lot of whole bad stuff happened to her.
That's right, just walk away. That's all you do, Susan. You can never finish anything.
If there's one thing I don't want to finish, it's this stupid conversation.
Why not? Are you afraid that I actually might be right? Are you scared of facing the truth?
Clearly you feel empathy for Susan because you understand what has led to her depression and then her nihilism. Because everything was going well for her, and this injustice of having lost everything, her child, her husband, she figured why not lose her life.
Reaches my ears. Well, maybe it's this vacuum.
Goodbye, otherworld.